going to come full circle. I promise people, be patient. I'm doing this colon cleanse, and I know I warned you about this coming on yesterday, and here's why I say this, because in doing it, all kinds of stuff comes up, not just out, it comes up. Your emotions, things you've thought about, fears, your past, it all comes back to you when you start clearing out the shit, clearing out your person, your body, right? So what I'm going to say is this, okay, so I'm doing this cleanse. It's this, like, if you want to know, it's the Blessed Herb Cleanse. It's like a thing. You get packets. You go through it. It's herbs. It's like sort of, you know, it's going to pull stuff and push stuff. So it's deep, right? And in the process, too, I am super foggy and like, whoa, space cadet. But also kind of gets you reflecting on yourself. And I think that one of the best things we can do if we are activists or whatever it is that we are, armchair activists or people that care or whatever, the best thing that we can do is really start to ebb away at the things that don't work in our own lives and to focus on the things that do, and to maybe give some pause to taking out the garbage internally. So see, full circle here, guys. So taking out the garbage internally, taking out the stuff that doesn't work, this cleanse is really starting to rock my world. And I think that really if we want to change the world, we need to start within. And if we're going to start within, you got to start with the colon. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a person who's owned a body for 42 years. And it's time. Like, I just had my birthday. I just turned 42. And, like, I don't know, I feel like I graduated into some really awesome club of, like, people who are in the know. And my first step in initiation was doing this colon cleanse. And you'd be surprised what the accumulation of 42 years on this planet and self-abuse results into inside of a toilet bowl. I mean, and all the things that come up along the way, like every little boo-boo I hurt, every little thing, self-inflicted wound along the 42 years is like screaming at me right now in kind of the most beautiful bye-bye kind of way. I mean, what do the Marines say, or is it just like some Marine I know that said this, like, pain is weakness screaming as it leaves the body, right?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
anyway, I can't imagine. I mean, imagine if we gave a giant colon cleanse to our planet. What would that look like?
Yeah.
What would that be?
That's a very good analogy, actually. I wanted to say this because I remember I did it myself 5 years ago, the colon cleanse. I remember looking at the toilet bowl and I found a piece of beetroot in there and poppy seeds. And it took me like 15 minutes to remember when was the last time I had it. And I found out it was in 2007 on a plane. It was 3 years in my colon. Yeah, that was scary. There wasn't much more in the toilet bowl. That was everything. But it made me think, because I'm pretty healthy. I usually try to eat healthy when I can. I don't eat too much junk food, and I like fruits and vegetables, so I'm lucky. And also I'm very skinny, so that's just genetics. But the thing is, most people are not that lucky, and what people carry around in their in their intestines actually has huge impact on their minds. And I saw it when I started taking care of my body, and I saw how cloudy my thinking was, how blocked everything was. And I think you mentioned colon cleanse. That's pretty advanced stuff. That's something that you get to gradually. And you've been interested in this for a long time, so you're also pretty far along the the healing path. But the first thing that people should start doing is just going cold turkey on things like caffeine, sugar, alcohol, and all the things which are not a part of your healthy lifestyle. This makes such a huge difference that everything else is basically just an addition. When you get rid of sugar and you get rid of alcohol and caffeine and all those toxins, which are actually toxins, your body just starts healing itself. You don't need anything else because your body is the best doctor that you can have. Just let it do its job. We're basically in a constant battle with our own immune system. It's like screaming to the dude, just stop. What do you want me to do with this shit? I'm trying to work here. That's how I see my body. It's just me against this little thing that's trying to survive, and I'm just pounding it and poisoning it with sugar and donuts and all kinds of hamburgers, and it's just dying slowly. So I remember there was this story about a Chinese guy who lived for 263 years or something. it might be an urban legend, but apparently Chinese government has files that actually show that he's lived for 236 years or something. And the guy lived in Tibet, and he I think the only thing he ate were goji berries or some sort of berries. So it's probably possible to live that long. We don't even know what our body's capabilities are because we just poison it from the moment you're born with all the vaccination and all the sugary drinks that children get. You don't even get to a point where you can look at yourself as a healthy human being and realize what you're capable of because you're just switched off. As soon as you're born, the chemicals just switch your brain off. The funny thing is that it's really not difficult to fix this. It takes, first of all, it takes your own decision. You just have to face the truth about yourself that you're just a lazy, just 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 a crazy person. Because why would you eat things like corn fructose, high fructose corn syrup, which is just basically it's a poison. It is, in my opinion, it's a poison. I think it turns into alcohol in your liver or something like that. I don't remember. I read an article about it. But this is crazy. We only eat it because it's cheap. This is a big corporation making money on us. Just basically, we pay for this with our health. Um, but what I was trying to say is that it's very easy to fix everything. Life is like a giant maze, like a giant labyrinth, in which you always take the turn left, which is the wrong turn. But at every stage, you can turn right, and it's a quick way to get out. You make few right turns, and you're there, and you're on the right way to get out of it. And I think the same applies to the planet.